I think that people are going to see kink in a very new light, where it's not aggressive, where it's not oppressive, where it doesn't revolve around humiliation, where it doesn't involve torture, where it can be sensual and erotic, where it can be slow, where it can be connective. People have to understand that kink is a bonding ritual. This is what's important. It's not about forcing or making. It's not about punishing. It's often about rewarding someone for showing up for you in their vulnerability. And to me, that's what's important. To be able to be seen, to be able to be vulnerable, to be able to be open. I think that this is going to change the paradigm for many people and make it more open and more accessible to the masses.
So it's very rare that one gets the opportunity to really witness and engage with a professional at this level, to really watching, even when it comes to the energetics of power and surrender, using the tools of flogging or impact or fire. It's not just about the tools themselves, but once you witness him in action and the container he holds with the person that he's engaging with, even if you don't think you're kinky, when you watch and feel this, it's like, oh my God, I am kinky, because you just feel that safety. You feel the expertise that can be learned. And that's why when my clients, and even Ace, when you worked with Orpheus, you go away with a whole new feeling of what kink can be for you. And it's different for everyone. You find out what feels aligned with your body and with your partner. So this is an opportunity to witness, to engage with, to learn, and go away with what what do I want to learn and experience as it relates to a kinky side, or fuller expressions of sexuality and connection.
I think it's really important for people to feel into the fear, right?
Mm.
We often cite things as, oh, I'm scared, oh, I'm fearful. But really, what that means is that this is a moment where you have an opportunity to make a change, to have an exploration, to have an experience. That's the signal that says there's something here. It's not about uh, harm, it's not about hurt, it's not about pain. What it's about is an opportunity to make an inquiry into self. And we're most scared when we find out something about ourselves. That's where things go, we get a little fear, we get a real reticence. So for me, feel into the fear. Look and examine what's coming up for you. And if this is something where you're pushing an edge, maybe that's the space that you need to be. And I think that the group that we've put together are a group that's capable of holding that fear, about exploring that narrative for you. What is it that you fear? What is coming up for you? How is this connected to a deeper longing, a deeper desire, something that has gone unspoken for so many years that you've forgotten about it? So to me, this is the space where you get to explore all those unnamed things that we've almost forgotten about. Kink is understanding how power plays into the pursuit of desire. It gives us the ability to express, not only with our body, our voice, our eyes, our ears, and all the other senses, but to be able to translate intentional touch to someone through a medium, through a flogger, through a paddle, through rope. We're transferring energy and intention into another person via a conduit that we call sex toys. So to me, when you start exploring kink, you start exploring how you express yourself as a sexual being on this planet, and not just the transactional type, not just the act of reproduction, but the act of lovemaking as a science, as a high art, as a way of stepping into something more than just touching and being touched. Kink is the epicenter of every archetypal narrative. It is where energetic overlies the physical, overlies the emotional, overlies the spiritual, because there's nothing that kink does here that can't be seen in other spaces, and vice versa. So when a person is really ready to transcend what they've been doing and translate it into something that they can do, everything opens up. New modalities come forward. And then you're ready to really view art as an act of transgression, transcendence, transformation.
It could be for some people that they don't know what kink is. And just if, you know, if you've had the fortune of hearing Orpheus speak a little bit right now, recognizing that there's just a wealth of information, that it's not just how to flog, or it's not what you've normally heard on different kink channels. I love your philosophy and the wisdom you share, and then bringing that to the taboo. So I think people will get to have an experience by watching, and that is an experience in your own body when you watch how Orpheus is translating from his body to another body, and that experience, you will learn what is possible.
We're experiencing resistance around erotic expression. It doesn't just mean kink. It doesn't just mean tantra. It doesn't mean swing. What we're talking about is a person stepping into the fullness of their sexuality. And what I find is if someone says, oh, I'm worried about kink or pain or pleasure or bondage, really what they're saying is, I have not found a safe enough space to be able to explore the fullness of my sexuality. And that's important, because what we do is provide them with a safe container to be able to drop in, to be able to dare to dream, to fantasize, to learn how to express the darker narratives that exist within the sub narratives of their existence. To me, that's what's important. So when a person comes to me, I want to make sure that they feel comfortable with speaking with me. Two, feel like this is a safe space for them to really think for themselves about what it means to be fully expressed, then to really dare to dream, dare to fantasize. And when they find alignment and congruity with maybe a toy, maybe an act, maybe a behavior, maybe a desire, that we can figure out how to safely navigate that space. There are very few places where people can explore the fullness of their sexuality and not be shunned, not be torn down, not be made fun of, not be belittled, not risk losing your partnership. So when you come here, it's not to explore some kinky perversion, it's to explore the fullness of self. Everything that we do is hands on. We want you to feel and to help provide sensations. We are looking to engage on many different levels, both verbal, physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual. We are going to try and get everyone activated within the framework of this space. We want you to be able to take away something from this event that's going to change your life, that's going to bring something new to yourself. And you can't do that in a lecture. You can't do that with a PowerPoint. You have to see it done, feel what it feels like to both touch and be touched, to move and be moved by the content. That's what kink is all about. No more cyber, no more downloadable PDFs, no more lectures. This is the time where you actually step into feeling what it feels like to experience power, both as in surrender and both in the process of providing.
Most people are like, I'm not kinky. I don't think I'm kinky. And after spending some time with you and in your containers, it's like, oh my God, I am kinky.